It gives me great pleasure to welcome to the stage Dr. Peter Pisters. I hope he's here, because we're actually a couple minutes early. So, Dr. Peter Pisters is the president and CEO of the University Health Network, who has recently returned to Canada from Houston, Texas, to take the reins of this great institution. There are many reasons that I think Dr. Peter Pisters is a selfless hero. But the most obvious is due to the fact that when I checked this morning in Houston, it is a sunny 28 degrees Celsius. And yet he is here with us. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Pisters.
Good morning. It's a pleasure for me to be here on behalf of University Health Network and Princess Margaret, and just to move us on to the next phase of the morning. I want to tell you, when I look at the program, it's an amazing program. I was here for the tail end of the last session, and so many of the things that were talked about really do apply to healthcare and a lot of the changes that we're trying to bring about in the system. When I returned to Canada in January, can you imagine that, coming back this past winter, I was just so thrilled to be back, to be part of an amazing transformation that's going on in healthcare at the moment, as we have a confluence of things coming together with the advancement of science, with the advent of genomic medicine, personalized approaches to cancer therapy, among many things. And this is occurring here in Toronto in the context of an ethos of an amazing social contract, where we really embrace the concepts of universal access and of provision of high-quality services that include a very evolving approach to end-of-life decision-making and palliative care services. And I think that's going to be the focus of the next presentation. When we do that in the context of our organization, we are the leading academic medical center and largest research institution in Canada. In that context, we have extraordinary societal obligations that go beyond patient care and extend to research and extend to very important considerations of the social aspects of how we really approach issues, complex issues, ethical issues such as end-of-life care. And what we're going to really talk about this morning in the context of the video is great work that we're doing at Princess Margaret in the context of our collaborations with the University of Toronto through the Global Institute of Psychosocial, Palliative, and End-of-Care Life. That program that you'll hear more about momentarily is a stellar example of our commitment to Canadian society and the way in which we extrapolate the lessons that we learn here on a global scale. We see that really as an important aspect of our societal obligation. And as we turn our attention as a society towards end-of-life issues, and if you take time for a moment just to reflect upon your own personal life and the amount of time that each one of us has spent planning for a good birth, I would anticipate that most of you do not devote the same amount of time, attention, person hours, conversations with spouses and significant others about planning for a good death. And in a society that we live in North America, we've created a situation where death is optional and where we avoid difficult conversations and structured approaches to end-of-life issues. As we think about our obligation here at UHN, a big part of it is in promoting state-of-the-art approaches to managing difficult conversations around this, to state-of-the-art approaches to managing palliative care, and to advancing our contributions in facilitating discussion about these complex issues. As a leader, as a clinician, I see this as very important for us. Certainly as a leader of a profoundly successful organization, I see it as my obligation to society to lead these types of transformations. So I want to thank you for your support of University Health Network. of the Princess Margaret Cancer Center, the great work that we do. Today we're going to talk about the Global Institute for Psychosocial Palliative End-of-Life Care. This initiative really relies on philanthropic support, and we're extraordinarily grateful for your commitment to these efforts, which will bring about incredible change going forward.